matcha. Takeaway. Yes, takeaway please.
Anything else?
Just that.
I got your name.
Morgan. Thank you. Supposedly, this is the best matcha in Melbourne. I got the hojicha, which is very similar to matcha, but a little bit sweeter, in my opinion. Fire. It's fire. So I'm starting out the morning with a little drink, a little outdoor walk, and I have some work to do, and then a meeting, and then we're gonna go to the tennis court. I thrive in busyness. There's a quote that says, if you want something to get done, give it to a busy person. And that always sticks with me because I am infinitely more productive when I have a lot on my plate. So this week and next week are super exciting because I have a lot on my plate, but in the best way possible. At the start of the week, I put everything into Google Calendar, and then that syncs up into the structured app on my phone. So this is what like my daily calendar looks like. I just like structure because it sends you so many notifications, and you can also color code everything. So it's very aesthetic, super organized. I'm posting the link to sign up for my Pilates class that I'm hosting. Last year I was absolutely terrified to do it. We ended up hosting the class. It was so much fun. So many girls came, so we wanted to do it again for this year, and I've been getting messages from people about doing it. Okay, yay, I'm so excited. You guys booked it out in 2 minutes. I kind of feel bad for people who didn't sign up in time. Maybe next year I will have to host 2 or do a bigger event. Be on Saturday, so that'll be a little bit later in this vlog. I'm going to lunch first with this girl named Tammy. She founded Preen Bags, which is very popular here in Australia. She is a mutual of some friends that I have here, and I've been trying to meet her forever, so we're finally having lunch today. Then I'm gonna go to the site afterwards, pick up my credential, go to Taylor's practice.
That's it.
I found it.
I've asked my supervisor also just to get the all clear, so you're fine to come in.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Take a seat, whatever, in the sun or in the shade, they go.
People always ask me what you do with your friends when you're not drinking. We do this. I'm getting acupuncture for the very first time, and I'm excited. Sarah does it a lot.
I love it.
I'm gonna fix my multitude of issues.
So good.
The whole point of Chinese medicine is for you to be in balance with your environment, whatever that may be, because you are part of the environment. So for example, if one of these leaves died, we wouldn't just cut the leaf off. We'd go, okay, is it the stem? Is it the air environment? Is it the soil? Is there a parasite? Has it got enough light? Is there enough water in the soil, water on the leaves? We can't look at one thing without looking at everything.
I have needles all over my face.
Hello.
Oh my god, look at them! Oh, so pretty!
So sweet. Beautiful nature,
Yeah.
super needy, super clingy.
Acupuncture? Who knew? I loved it. I feel zen. The lady told me that I have really bad digestion, which like we knew that already. And she gave me these Chinamed Restore the Spleen formula. I have to take 6 of these a day, but I'm actually gonna try to be good about it because my stomach is messed up. I've gotten food poisoning maybe 5 times this year. I get food poisoning the most in Paris, of all places. I put it in my face, my shoulders, my feet, and it was sort of an intermix of like a therapy session and acupuncture, and you can feel the needles. I wouldn't say they hurt, but they do not feel good. Like they're not comfortable. Dr. Abby felt my pulse and then my tension, and she told me that I am holding a lot of rage inside of me, and she asked the last time that I let any rage out or the last time that I cried, and I was like, yeah, literally never. I'm on Lexapro. It doesn't happen. She told me that I'm too nice and that I need to tell people to f off more. I wouldn't say that I'm a people pleaser, but if someone does something to me, I don't really retaliate. I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna let you do you. I'm not an emotionally reactive person, but I think I need to be better about, and I'm trying to learn how to be better about standing up for myself. But sometimes it gets to a certain point where you're like, yeah, I'm not letting this shit fly anymore. I also got a coloring sheet. The doctor gave it to me and she told me I should color it to release emotional tension. It says smile and say f. I don't have to bleep this whole thing because I know someone is gonna ask. No, A Little Life has not made me cry yet. Maybe I'm not far enough in it yet, or you guys just don't consume the same sort of dark, horrifying content that I frequent. And so this is just kind of on par with everything else. It is very sad though. It's just not, it's not traumatizing me the way that I thought it would. People ask me on Instagram what pre-match conversations we have. Taylor does not speak to me. We're still waiting for the schedule for next week to come out, but it's all a bit last minute. Taylor's been training like, how many hours a day do you think you train right now?
I think 4.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Usually leaves in the morning and then gets back. It's almost
Tonight's
8
a
o'clock.
bit later, but I've been getting back at like 6:30ish.
Yeah. But the food on site for Australian Open is really good. Some tournaments have not so good. No, I get money on my credential.
Yeah.
So
Well, I got to give 3 people money, so you, Mike, and Wolf.
so nice. So our credentials have a little QR code that has money on it, and I would say pretty much every single tournament only the player gets money on it, or like the player and the coach will get money. But this year for Australian Open, I have $50 on my credit every day for food and drinks.
I mean, I've been training like insanely hard. Like if I lose, it's definitely not gonna be like a fitness or like I didn't train hard enough. I should have trained harder because like I've been killing myself.
Yeah.
But
he did get injured at the end of last season, like the very last match of the last season, and so a lot of off season was more rehab instead of training like everyone else was.
I still had like 2 weeks of 2.5 weeks of like pretty
you had
hard
time,
training.
but
and,
most
like,
people were going from November, like
Ye-
hard training.
Yeah.
Not to say that would affect your results at all, but
Yeah.
it's
I
definitely
mean, I
worth
still started the year like playing well.
Yeah.
Just-
I just think it's cool that Australian Open's a bit different from other tournaments, that they really try to make it more of kind of an event, like a spectacle, as opposed to it's just about the tennis, which I love because obviously so much of my content is about, well, fashion, obviously, and like the lifestyle side of tennis. So when tournaments bring in things outside of just
Say anything.
phone call.
Yep, totally fine.
Like there isn't a stone left unturned this year in one form or another, and in that energy, you are being strong about your decisions. Not to say that you're going to do that at any cost, because that's a different energy. You know, when somebody's like, I don't care what it takes, I'm going to go there, and if I have to bowl over 5 people, I'm going to do it. It's not that you're doing that. It's just that you are becoming quite fierce about your pursuit and what it is that you want to see happening for yourself. And in that, you're putting up with less, and you're drawing a boundary a lot quicker, and you're really telling people, like, I'm kind of doing this right now. Like, no, thank you, but thanks a lot.
We are at the Chemist Warehouse headquarters to record Curious Conversations podcast, which I went on last year and was really fun. So
we've changed it up a little bit. Last year we recorded at my house. Now
We did.
we're in a real studio.
we had some technical difficulties last year.
Subjects do we want to make sure that we cover?
I think friendship, mental health, relationships.
Yeah.
done it after
I stopped doing Pilates because I'm like
Strong girl.
little buff. Friendships and friendship breakups, because that was like one of our most popular episodes, and people love to hear it from other people.
Okay.
Mental health, I think it's really important. And the third one, Sarah, what's the third one you just said? Relationships.
Okay.
And do we need to talk about, like, I feel like we should talk about your growth as well, because your growth in the last, like, year.
What's
has been
changed in the
huge.
last year for you?
Yeah, has been massive.
Like set it.
I am trying my first salad sandwich. Wait, what's it called?
Yeah, it's a salad sandwich.
Salad sandwich. Which is
God,
an
it looks
Australian
really
food.
good.
Yeah, it does look really good.
So that's true. So that's, you have half.
Oh, I was gonna say, like,
Yeah,
I don't know how
you're
you
right.
eat that.
Health. That is health.
So, as I mentioned last week, I got a new camera, and I obviously, apparently, do not know how to use said camera, because this is one of many, many clips that were filmed entirely in slow motion with no audio. So I don't know if I should laugh or cry, but it was a lot. It was a lot of footage. So this is me on my way to the Pilates class event that I was hosting. This is my second year doing it. We had a ton of girls come, and it was so fun. This is just, there's nothing better about the sort of work that I do, and being able to use my platform to organize things like this. Getting a bunch of girls together to do something fun is just my ultimate goal, and I'm really, really grateful for everyone who came. I know there were so many people who signed up who weren't able to come because we had a super long wait list, but I'm hoping next year I can do an even bigger one and get to meet some more Melbourne girls. I'll also be doing events in other cities this year, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, this was just such a fun day. Okay, wait, should I do these ones? These ones?
What are the other ones? No,
The other ones.
First ones.
First ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
Shall we go get some matcha? You can try a hojita. Okay, so we are here for day one of the Australian Open. Why do I always inflect at the end of my sentences?
I do it all the time. I feel like it's an
I feel like it is an Australian thing.
Summertime, everybody knows it's time to go outside. I see her walking down the avenue, I guess she blew my mind.
I just got home from the match, and I am so sorry I was not really able to vlog today because I was filming something for Vogue, which is insane, but because I was filming for that, I couldn't really take any time today to film at the courts. But I just got home. It's 11 p.m. I'm exhausted. That was probably the most stressful match that I have sat through in a very long time. I actually thought I was going to throw up the entire time. Taylor will probably be at the courts until 12:30, 1 a.m. tonight, but luckily he'll have 2 days off after today, so hopefully he'll get to rest a little bit. Yeah, I filmed for Vogue today, which has not set in at all. I'm so grateful. Like, these opportunities just keep getting more and more insane to me, so thank you guys, because a lot of that has to do with you. I'm fucking tired, so I'm gonna shower. You can probably hear it in the background, actually. I'm gonna shower and go to bed. Okay, I know, your girl looks rough right now, but I literally did not sleep. I couldn't sleep last night. I feel like I was so stressed from the match that my heart was still pounding hours later. I don't think I went to sleep until 3 or 4 last night. I just couldn't stop thinking. I was like having so much anxiety, but I feel like I couldn't even like properly debrief yesterday, but it was so stressful. I don't know why that match particularly was so stressful. I think last year Taylor lost to someone who was not very highly ranked here, but was an Australian, so the crowd was so brutal and it was like a really tough loss. So, and it was on that same court. There are some courts on tour that are just like triggering because of really terrible past experiences on them, and this is one of those courts. So it was a lot, and it was a very long match. It was a very close match. Both of them were playing like relatively well, especially in the later sets. Like the guy that he was playing was just playing really unreal, and I was like, oh my god, we could go home today. And of course I'm extra bummed about that because Grand Slams are so important, and I love being in Australia, and to not be here for very long or going out first round just hurts. It hurts for everyone involved. So I've not been great about posting this the last couple of days, but I know a lot of people watching this are interested in tennis, or you're watching this because you're interested in tennis. So I have a broadcast channel on Instagram where I'm posting just tennis stuff and behind the scenes stuff from this week. So if you want to see more of that sort of stuff, you can go check that out on Instagram. I don't even know how you search broadcast channels, but I feel like you guys can find it. The next week, the next 2 days, I am going to the tennis, not for Taylor's matches. The first day I'm going with Bondi Sands. We're having like a big girls brunch. There's a bunch of other tennis wags that are coming and a bunch of Melbourne influencers who are doing a brunch, and then I think we're all going to the tennis together, so that should be super fun. I'm really excited. And then the next day I'm going with Emirates. So Emirates, the airline, sponsors a number of tournaments, and they have a really beautiful hospitality suite there, so I'm going to that with some other tennis girlfriends as well, which I know you guys love seeing all the girls together and like interacting. So I think it'll be a really fun couple of days, and like everyone does content together, and it's really nice to have a girl group on tour because, as I'm sure you guys have heard me talk a million times about, it can be so lonely and so isolating if you don't have that. So it's really fun, especially when Grand Slams, when like everyone is here at the same time early in the week. We can do these sorts of things together and work with brands together, and it's really awesome that we get to do that. And Taylor will play again on Wednesday for next week's video. Obviously, it will be very tennis heavy. I want to show you guys as much as possible. Of course, as always, that depends on how he does and his results. So everyone cross your fingers, and if you're watching this and coming to his match this week, I need you to cheer loud, okay? Okay, see you guys next week.